Hey everyone, happy day to you. Sara out here on my 30 and 30 tour, and today I am at one of my favorite new little shops here off Carpenter Avenue. You can see I'm right across from the sleep disorder clinic over here and next to Superwash. It is Zachariah's chocolate. This stuff, folks, I can't even put it into words. It is amazing. That doesn't even describe it, do the full credit to it, because what he's got here is a little gold mine. It is a chocolate shop, coffee roaster as well, and he has just an amazing assortment as well as fantastic startup business. Lots of great things to come from this man right here, Zachariah. Thanks so much for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, sir. So when did you open here on Carpenter Avenue? How long have you been in business?
Well, we opened in August for wholesale on Mackinac Island, and then we opened the retail part of the store October 28th,
Okay,
2021.
so relatively new,
Yes.
going on maybe about 2 months here,
Yes.
going on end of December.
Yeah.
And big things planned in 22. You do the chocolate, but I heard coffee as well.
Yep, we've been roasting coffee. We're getting into teas and just anything that has to do with chocolate. We're expanding on our truffles, our chocolate products. So anything that has to do with chocolate or coffee, we're going full bore 2022.
Chocolate or coffee, this is the place to come, right?
Yeah.
Well, as I walk in, I'm greeted to this wonderful display case. I see, starting from the bottom, you've got what looks like some of your bar chocolate. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's our dark chocolate bars. Everything right now is with the wild Bolivian cacao bean. We roast and then refine and conch all our chocolate in-house. And we do refine and conch it for 48 hours, which helps give it a great mouth melt and that exceptional mouth feel that you get with real dark chocolates.
And so your whole mission here, I believe, is bean to bar. Is that not exactly
Yes.
what you're aiming for?
Well, it's bean to bar and bean to chocolate. All of our products that have chocolate in it, we use our chocolate, which is made from the bean to the chocolate. We don't use any artificial flavorings, any artificial additives. All our fruit chocolate bars are made with actual fruit. We use fruit powders instead of liqueurs.
Okay.
We make the peanut butter, the cashew butter, the almond butter, the pecan butter that goes in our chocolates. And anything that would require corn syrup in our chocolate products, like our fudge, we replace that with honey, local honey.
So no corn syrup whatsoever.
No
It is
corn
local
syrup at
honey.
all. Yeah, no artificial sweeteners at all whatsoever, no artificial flavors either.
That's wonderful. So you know that the product you're getting is high quality and all natural ingredients.
Absolutely. We go through an importer for our cacao bean that sources only the most ethically made cacao on farms that place people over profits.
Okay.
And it's just a higher quality cacao bean than what you're used to seeing with chocolate. And on top of that, all our chocolate's at least 48% with at least 27% solids. It's all our chocolate's considered dark. If you've ever had our chocolate, you would know that it does not taste like dark chocolate. There's no bitterness to it, and that has
Right.
to do with the processes that we use to make it. We do a 48-hour refine and conch on it, and we make everything small stone ground batches. Doing the stone ground method, you retain the nutritional value of the cacao, which is a superfood on par with blueberries. Other
Really?
methods,
Wow.
if you're buying like a cocoa mass to make candy bars and adding the sugar and the cocoa butter to it, you're buying not only the cheapest cacao that you can buy, but you're also buying stuff that's made in a way where it's burning off all the volatiles and destroying the nutritional value of it as well.
Now you've sold me. Chocolate's another food group in my book, but when
Yes.
you say it's a superfood,
It is.
I'm all on board.
Chocolate in the United States, 96% of it, to be exact, wouldn't be able to be labeled as chocolate in any other country in the world. Our laws in the United States allows you to label chocolate if it has 2.7% solids and a total of 10.3% chocolate. So most companies go that route, and they use a cheap white refined sugar, and then they add emulsifiers to it, which is used in plastics and labeled in most other countries as potentially safe for human consumption. We don't use anything that's potentially safe. We use anything. The only products we use are products that have been around and used for human consumption from the earliest literature that you can find of it being consumed.
That's amazing. So, and I think a lot of people that do research with United States food standards versus especially the European countries, there are a lot of differences to that, but here you're just highlighting something simple as chocolate,
Yes.
the differences and how your chocolate is going to be more of that European standard. It's going to
Yes.
be that great standard.
Yes, and I like how you word that, the European standard, because our chocolate is American chocolate, and you know, the standard that European uses is the same that we use on ours. A lot of people have a misconception that Belgian chocolate or European chocolate is just different from American chocolate. And the only reason it's different is because the standards used to create that.
Right.
Outside of that, we all get our cacao beans from certain countries, and then it's the processes that you use to make it. And so I hate to say that ours is a European style chocolate, because ours is an American chocolate. It's made in America with the standards that should be set for all companies in America.
Wonderful. And everything's made in-house right here, correct?
Yes,
right here in
from bean to bar.
Kingsford.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Okay, so going back on the display case, obviously the bottom, folks, I can attest, I've had it, Carol and Hal have had it, and it is fantastic chocolate. I know the cherry is one that I really enjoyed. I can't wait to try some of the other flavors. But Zachariah, you also offer truffles, I see.
Yes, yes.
And some chocolate pretzels.
Yes.
As well as fudge. And the fudge is where you were saying you don't use any corn syrup. That is where you use the locally sourced honey, correct?
Yes, and it is paddled Mackinac Island style and made with our chocolates.
Can you explain very quickly that Mackinac Island style? What is the difference?
Well, the
between
difference
that and
between
everything else?
paddling your fudge on a marble table or just pouring into a loaf and let it sit overnight is you are creating crystals that have to do with the mouthfeel and the melt in your mouth. And every time you paddle it, you're smashing those across the fudge. So there is a science to the reason why fudge is paddled. Now, most fudge companies may not know that science, but there is a science to it, and there is a reason why you're getting a more smooth, mouth-melting fudge when you use a paddle method on it.
That's fantastic. Well, you know what you're talking about, sir. I can tell that, and I know for a fact Carol really enjoyed your fudge, so that speaks highly of its flavor there. I see some flavors. Speaking of flavors, I see some different variations on popcorn.
Yes, yes, we have all kinds of different popcorns. We got a bourbon roasted Peruvian, bourbon medium roasted coffee. I'm also roasting honey processed coffees, and we are retailing Outwoken's teas, which are small farm teas from around the world that are imported, from the African purple to the African white pearls. And we're just, as I do shows, I meet interesting peoples that have interesting products, and as many of the high quality, ethically standard products that I can get and bring back to the area, I will be.
That's wonderful. So the coffee, you're roasting it here yourself?
Yes, in the back.
And now do you offer, are these beans only, or do you offer ground?
We will grind it upon special request. I only bag it as beans.
Okay, sounds great. And looks like you've got the bourbon here. You said maybe a couple other flavors available?
Yeah, we got bourbon and El Salvador honey processed and a wasal. The bourbon's aged in bourbon barrels for 6 months.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, just a quaint little shop going on right now because, again, you've just opened, but a lot of assortment to choose from. And from what your schedule, you work and then you do your shows. You, from what I gather, are all over the state right now with shows every weekend.
Yes.
Off the top of your head, do you have any particular shows coming up that you'd like people to know about?
Yes, the wine event in St. Croix at their winery is this weekend. We do this show a lot. It's one of the better events we go to. And then the show that I just did this last weekend in Chicago at their Artisan Market was another wonderful show where you just get to find all kinds of interesting products, most of them made by local artists.
That's fantastic. Anything else you'd like to add? Obviously, we're getting to the 10-minute mark. Plenty of time to go yet, but anything else you want to add to folks as to what you do offer, what you plan to offer?
Well, I mean, anything and everything chocolate. We offer a high quality chocolate that you just can't get in the area.
Right.
So, and we plan to, and on top of that, all our ingredients of any of our products can be sourced back to the local farms where they come from. We try to keep all our ingredients as local as possible, like with our honey from Steady Farms.
Yeah, I see that.
But if not, we do have the information on where they come from. Like our cashews come from Bali and they're grown in volcanic soil. They're actually harvested by the indigenous people of Bali, and certain profits of the company that sells those to us goes back to those people. They're the best cashews I've ever had in my life. It 100% has to do with the way they're grown in the volcanic soil. But those are the type of products we use. All of our products, from our almonds, where the company in California, we get them for wild soil almonds. They buy bees from the Midwest, like most almond companies, and then whatever they can't sell back after the one harvest a year, the bees starve to death. This company actually built a habitat for those bees to be able to continue to harvest and survive and thrive throughout the year.
That's amazing. Wonderful. Well, we can see you are passionate not only about your chocolate, but also about the cashews, the pretzels, and everything else that you offer. So thank you so much for your time. We always wrap up these segments with, first of all, your contact information. So physical address of the store. Where are we at?
1111 South Carpenter. It's in the parking lot of the car wash across from the Sleep Center.
Saw that. Okay, so 1111 South Carpenter. Is that right?
Correct.
And then now website. Do you have a website?
Yes, our website is ZachariasChocolates.com.
Okay.
You can find us on Facebook at Zacharias Chocolates. Chocolates or Instagram at Zachariah's Chocolates as well.
Wonderful. Now, do you have an online store? Are you doing e-commerce or not yet?
We have an online store on our website, Zachariah's Chocolates, where all our products are available to purchase. However, if you are local, I would recommend stopping in or giving me a call at 906-221-2496 because we do have special discounted prices for locals.
Wonderful. And then hours of operation.
Hours were Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 11 to 3.
Tuesday 10 to 5, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, and Saturday 11 to 3, you said?
Yes.
Fantastic. And I know you've got some hardworking crew members here to help get your chocolate shop off and running here. Just a fantastic new business that's come up in the Kingsford, Iron Mountain area, and you will not regret it, folks. His chocolate is absolutely amazing. I can't speak enough for it, and I guarantee I'm not walking out of here without some more in my pocket. So Zachariah, thanks so much again for your time and agreeing to do this. We wish you nothing but the best, sir, rightly deserved, and we look forward to seeing great success from you in this area, and obviously serving people sweet tooth as they need, and great stocking stuffers too. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Everybody else, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Please help Zachariah and get his product out there. Stuff those stockings and Christmas gifts. Valentine's Day won't be far along. You will definitely not want to miss his chocolates for your sweetie, giving them a little nice treat. They are one of a kind. So everybody have a great rest of your day and take care. We'll see you again soon.